Good morning. Welcome into another installment of Trust Matters, Real Estate and Estate Planning Solutions with Gateville Law Firm. They're located in Yorkville, and Sean Robertson from Gateville Law Firm is with us again today. Sean, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today, Mike?
Not too bad. So today, kind of a broad topic, I guess, but never hurts to just kind of go through the basics again on estate planning and just the nuts and bolts of it. We're going to kind of dive into that here for these next couple of minutes, because estate planning is basically what you guys are, it's one of your bread and butter items there. So what basically is estate planning, and what's Gateville's, tie-in with that, and how they do what they do?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, Mike. A lot of people think that estate planning, wills, and trust is about the paperwork, but really estate planning, it's really about controlling the story of what happens to your family after you're gone. So essentially, it's not just legal documents. It's really about kind of your legacy. It's about incapacity planning. But in estate planning is really about how you're going to be remembered. You know, if a lot of times if you do nothing, sometimes your family can be destroyed. Where if you do something, a lot of times your family kind of has been blessed with ease. And sometimes things fall in between. So the real question with estate planning, like I tell people, is what is your story going to be?
Well, the thing, too, with estate planning, not everybody does it, and I'm sure there are plenty of reasons why, but what are some of the things that prevent people from taking this step and planning?
I think the big thing is, people feel uncomfortable. They're intimidated about it. Sometimes some people have to think about their own death or about leaving their family behind, and sometimes people are like, I'll just get to it later. And unfortunately, sometimes later just never occurs. And without a plan, families end up in court, probate court. They may fight over property. They may pay huge legal bills or face taxes that could have been avoided. So again, all of this becomes part of your story, whether it's meant to be or not.
And we want the story to be a good one and a well-planned one. So how does estate planning accomplish that?
Yeah, it basically helps give people peace of mind, and it's also a blessing to one's family. And a lot of times people, they love their family. So it gives them control without the government deciding who gets what you decide. It helps avoid family disputes and confusion. Trust and powers of attorney keep your family out of court if you become sick, and make sure things are handled when you pass. And more importantly, you make sure your kids, your grandkids, or even charities benefit in a way you want, not in a way that causes harm. And then finally, the way you plan or don't plan sends a message. It's your final gift, your final burden to people you love.
Yeah, nothing better than some peace of mind and putting everything in motion so that there aren't the questions in the court proceedings after a death or whatever the case may be. So what maybe would be some good advice that you have for our listeners if they're at a point where they are thinking, maybe I should look into this?
Yeah, I mean, my advice would, don't leave the story unfinished. Whether you have a lot of assets or just a home and some savings, estate planning is about protecting your family. Sometimes you need to kind of make a decision before, your health makes the decision for you. So
good advice, and we want people to be aware, and that's where Gateville Law Firm comes in, because they are there to answer all of your questions. If you want to get things started with estate planning or any of the topics that we discuss on a weekly basis, call them at 630-780-1034. You can go online to gatevillelawfirm.com. They are located in Yorkville. Talk with Sean Robertson and his team. And join us again next time for another installment of Trust Matters, Real Estate and Estate Planning Solutions.